Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today we're counting down our picks for the most disappointing duets recorded by popular artists.
Oh yeah.
Number 20, Who You Love, John Mayer and Katy Perry.
My girl, she ain't the one that I saw coming.
When two popular musicians date, one can only assume that the art they make together would be just as good as the rest of their work. When Katy Perry and John Mayer coupled up, fans were excited to hear what the two might come up with.
My boy, he ain't the one that I saw coming.
Between her chart toppers and his mellow sound, the song they created could have been huge. Instead, what they came out with was a country ballad. While there certainly isn't anything wrong with that, it was completely unexpected from the pair. The track itself was well made and sounded fine, but it committed the ultimate sin of being boring. Considering how influential their individual music had been, Who You Love was a drop in quality for both.
You love who you love.
Number 19, Yamo Be There, James Ingram and Michael McDonald.
Heavenly Father, watching us fall.
A single being successful doesn't necessarily put it with the best of the best. With two legendary vocalists like Ingram and McDonald, this had the potential to be amazing. Yamo Be There ended up being a fun bop, but didn't make much impact otherwise.
Never be lonely, lost in the night.
While both singers sound amazing, their voices are very similar, making it hard to tell who's singing which verse.
You can count on it, brother, 'cause we're all just finding our way.
The serious message and fast-paced production clashed as well, creating a dissonance that's hard to get past. A proper gospel number by the two would have been a genuine showstopper. This just felt like the safe route for both of them to take, so it doesn't have much of a legacy of its own. Number 18, Play Me, Korn and Nas.
Everybody's an enemy, telling me lies and it's killing me. Why they all want to get rid of me? Everybody's my enemy.
On paper, a hip-hop metal fusion seems like it would go hard, but one wrong move can take it from cool to corny. Famed new metal band Korn decided to try their hand at the combination and recruited Nas to feature on Play Me.
Trust nobody. I don't know who to call a friend. They all just pretend to be.
The discordance between the rapping and the music was noticeable from the very beginning, and that clash continued throughout the whole piece. Nas sounding completely disinterested throughout the entire runtime only added to the weird vibes.
Watching my own back, strapped with chrome to my home is where the tombstone's at, where the hoes at.
There was nothing particularly special or groundbreaking from either artist. Given their individual reputations, this disappointed their respective fan bases. While it was definitely ambitious, it's clear that they both bit off more than they could chew.
Everybody, listen to all of y'all, cause everybody's an enemy.
Number 17, Up Out My Face Remix, Mariah Carey and Nicki Minaj.
My chips, when I crack, oh, we're shattered.
Some duets end up aging like milk. Excitement was high before the release of this one, especially since it was a case of an established artist giving a new one a shot. When it first dropped, it made an immediate splash. However, in recent years, its reputation has dimmed. The lyrics supposedly calling out Eminem come across as excessive, especially given the fact that Mariah had already made a much more famous diss track about him. However, what truly aged poorly about this is the partnership between the two women.
Give him some Kleenex, matches little V-necks. Oh, that's what he left. Let his mama pick it up.
Just a few years later, their relationship disintegrated and even led to them fighting on the set of American Idol. Now it's hard to listen to this without thinking of the fallout.
When I play, boy, up out my face, boy. Up out my face, boy. Up out my face, boy.
Number 16, I Know What You Did Last Summer, Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello.
He knows dirty secrets that I keep. Does he know it's killing me? He knows.
Everyone has to start somewhere. This was the first collaboration between future it couple Shawn Mendes and Camila Cabello, and it set the stage for their partnership both on and off stage.
I know what you did last summer. Look me in the eyes, my lover.
I I Know What You Did Last Summer is a basic track, where they trade verses detailing a deteriorating relationship. The repetitive nature and the lack of any truly powerful lines took this potential bop and turned it into a run-of-the-mill song.
Stabbing me apart. She's slipping away.
The production wasn't anything inspiring, and it ultimately failed to stand out among other hits coming out at the time. Luckily, the two have improved since then. Their much more mature follow-up, Señorita, ended up blowing their original duet out of the water. Number 15, Familiar, Liam Payne and J Balvin.
Simple, you diplo, your hips roll, you do the calypso.
Following One Direction's hiatus, the individual members all went in different directions on the pop spectrum. Some took a more acoustic approach, while others tried something more experimental. Liam Payne decided to try out a popular subgenre, Latin-inspired club bangers.
If it's cool, I wanna get inside your brain.
The subsequent single, Familiar, was trying too hard to be mature, almost as if he was desperately trying to distance himself from his past boy band image. The tune didn't do much for Payne's voice, which had been allowed to shine in previous work. J Balvin's appearance didn't do the project any favors, as the two were an odd pairing and hardly had any chemistry. It was clear that this was lacking in authenticity, which caused it to fail in the long run. Number 14, What Baby Wants, Alice Cooper and Kesha.
She gonna come for you, and you can try to run and hide.
There are some musical couplings that don't make any sense and make you wonder who asked for them in the first place. This is definitely the case for one of the most seemingly random matchups in recent history. Rock star Alice Cooper and Kesha.
I got a pretty face.
Yeah, but I seen what's hiding underneath.
She was on top of the world at the time, and he felt she would be the perfect choice for his album Welcome to My Nightmare. Her voice suited the genre well, but everything else was uneasy to say the least.
Sit back, roll over, play dead, ain't gonna be your little pet.
The sexualized ditty about a hookup turned toxic relationship was cringe-inducing, especially considering their nearly 40-year age gap. Although the content is clearly fictional, that still didn't make people feel any less uncomfortable while listening to it.
Baby wants, baby gets.
Number 13, Eenie Meenie, Sean Kingston and Justin Bieber.
She's indecisive, she can't decide.
Pop music deriving from nursery rhymes can be successful, but one wrong move and it ends up sounding more immature than planned. One example of this is Eenie Meenie, a number by Sean Kingston and Justin Bieber about a girl playing with their feelings.
Let me show you what you're missing. Paradise.
The very first line stating that she's both indecisive and can't decide lets the listener know right away they're in for a rough time. It only becomes more ridiculous from there, with the rap verse particularly laughable.
Eenie, meenie, miny, mo. Catch a bad chick by her toe. If she holler, if she holler, let her go.
It played off the classic rhyme but simply replaced the word tiger with bad chick, creating an unintentionally hilarious lyric. Bieber's work has definitely matured as he's aged, but this remains a dark spot in his discography.
Shawty is a eenie, meenie, miny, mo.
Number 12, Can't Stop Partying, Weezer and Lil Wayne.
Monday to Sunday, I hit all the clubs, and everybody knows me when I pull up.
Weezer's no stranger to semi-ironic tunes. Most of their work is sprinkled with a touch of self-awareness, but they took it too far with this one. Weezer's partnership with Lil Wayne, Can't Stop Partying, was intended to be tongue-in-cheek and criticize other hits that were all about dancing the night away.
Rehab, I love my addiction, no sleep, I am always on a mission.
However, it ended up being indistinguishable from the songs they were attempting to parody. They checked all the boxes of what should be included, like mentioning expensive alcohol and cars, but then infused the verses with oddly dark lines about mixing pills with booze.
Party like tomorrow is my funeral. gotta stop mixing alcohol with pharmaceuticals.
It was a puzzling choice that resulted in lyrical whiplash. If this is the party they're inviting us to, then we'd rather stay home instead. Number 11, Do It, Miley Cyrus and the Flaming Lips. There's something to be said for ambition. Miley has had plenty of eras throughout her career, ranging from her wild party days on bangers to her more mature worldview on Endless Summer Vacation. However, she's not immune to flopping, as evidenced by her collaborative album with the Flaming Lips.
But I don't give a do it. I ain't no hippie.
The opener, Do It, is chock full of monotonous and cringy lyrics about smoking marijuana and the secrets of the universe. While questions about the world can be deep or thought-provoking, those simply asking why trees and the sun exist evoke nothing more than an eye roll. It came across as an attempt to be edgy and adult, and it definitely succeeded at the former. The potential was there, but the execution simply wasn't. Number 10, I've Got You Under My Skin, Frank Sinatra and Bono.
I have got you under my skin.
This jazzy swing song starts off great as you listen to the soothing crooning of Frank Sinatra, but you're soon greeted with the faint whispers of U2's Bono. The parts where the two artists sing in tandem are particularly disappointing, especially when the U2 frontman attempts to add harmonies.
I have said to myself, this affair never gonna go so well.
Even after a quick listen, it's evident there is a lack of chemistry between them, and this is most likely because they were never in the studio at the same time, a demand made by Old Blue Eyes in exchange for his participation in the project. If you're looking for a better version of the song, opt for one sung by Sinatra himself.
I love you when you're under my skin.
Number 9, Cruisin, Huey Lewis and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Baby, let's cruise.
No way.
This cheesy cover of the Smokey Robinson song was sung for the aptly named movie Duets, and it may have gotten a pass on those grounds that producers didn't decide to make it into a commercial single.
And if you want it, you got it forever.
The film contains a ton of song covers, as the main theme revolved around a road trip with a karaoke competition as the destination. While the song topped the charts in Australia and New Zealand, it did somehow also top the adult contemporary chart.
You're gonna fly away, that you're going my way.
The duet was an attempt to revitalize Huey Lewis's career and give Paltrow the actress the stepping stone to becoming Paltrow the singer. But sadly, after this song, she stopped making music for years. And Huey Lewis, well, still no news there.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
Number 8, Chillin' With You, Britney Spears and Jamie Lynn Spears.
I laughed so much that I cried.
It's Britney, bitch, and this time she decided to keep it in the family. Her duet with younger sister Jamie Lynn Spears is an ode to their sisterly love and appreciation for one another. But it's clear another genre would have suited this song better.
Sang so loud that I smiled.
It goes from a slightly country beat to EDM to pop and leaves the whole song disjointed.
And you know, I'm feeling alright.
If you want a better Jamie Lynn performance, there's more out there that go with her style and are frankly far more enjoyable to listen to. It's a cute song at times, but you can't help but cringe every time Britney says, "with you."
When I'm with you, I'm chillin', I'm chillin'.
Number 7, The View, Lou Reed and Metallica.
I am a chorus of the voices that gather up the magnets.
You have to try hard to mess up a great idea like this. Two rock legends coming together into one project could have been genre-defining. Unfortunately, the collaboration between Lou Reed and Metallica was anything but.
I want to have you doubting every meaning you've amassed, like a fortune.
Between the weird vocal stylings and the questionable content, it captured the worst of both artists. The words didn't match the melody at all. It was as if they mashed two entirely different songs together. And of course, who can forget the most hilarious aspect of all? James Hetfield repeatedly saying he is the table.
I am the view. I am the table.
It's a moment that came out of left field and is impossible not to laugh at. It was met with a poor reception, with both fan bases wishing it had been left in the drafts. Number 6, Changes. Ozzy Osbourne and Kelly Osbourne.
I'm feeling happy. I am so sad.
No one expected this from the Prince of Darkness. Originally recorded by Ozzy during his time in Black Sabbath, the song was inspired by drummer Billy Ward's separation from his wife. A mere 30 years later, Ozzy and daughter Kelly Osbourne decided to tarnish the original memory of the song, changing the lyrics to be about a father and daughter drifting apart.
She is my baby. I love her so.
The track was made for the re-release of Kelly's debut album. The album, like the Duet, split the room almost instantly, and along with their reality series, are seen by many fans as the Osbournes' last grasp to stay in the limelight. Number 5, What's Up With You? Eddie Murphy and Michael Jackson. Maybe this is what happens when comedians delve into serious music. From Eddie Murphy's third studio album, What's Up With You features Michael Jackson, and perhaps it's no surprise that Jackson steals the show, even with uninspired lyrics. While Murphy conveys the deeper message of the tune, how human beings need the planet, not vice versa, it is overshadowed by MJ's catchy yet meaningless chorus. The music video was also panned by critics as nonsensical and cheap. Well, at least the Harlem Boys Choir got to say they met two entertainment icons. Number 4, Pretty Girls. Britney Spears and Iggy Azalea.
Hey, don't you know that it's always the same? From Australia around to LA.
Britney Spears makes this list yet again, but this time with Australian rapper Iggy Azalea in this heavily auto-tuned electro-hop tune. The lyrics are overtly saying that girls the world over get what they want based on their appearance, and was considered offensive to both the pretty and less than pretty. The implication that you can only make it if you have a certain look, and that if you don't, you will be miserable, is terrible for a young girl's psyche. Meanwhile, music critics were torn over the track, with some calling it the song of the summer and others calling it a rehash of Azalea's Fancy. Number 3, Our Lips Are Sealed. Hilary Duff and Haley Duff. In yet another duet sung by family members, we find sisters Hilary and Haley Duff in what seems to be a tune aimed at 9-year-olds. Made for Hilary's movie A Cinderella Story, the song was chosen for its secretive theme, mimicking the film. It was originally released by the Go-Go's in 1981 as a power pop new wave song, with band members each playing their own instruments, a far cry from Hilary and Haley's overproduced track. While Hilary had something of a prior singing career, the addition of her sister with even less of a musical background should have raised red flags. Number 2, Accidental Racist. Brad Paisley and LL Cool J.
To the man that waited on me at the Starbucks down on Main.
With a title like that, you know this can't be good. It's easy to take LL Cool J's inclusion as a sign of good intentions, but intentions aside, the track fails on multiple fronts.
Just a proud rebel son with an old can of worms.
Paisley sings about wearing a Confederate flag, widely regarded as a symbol of racism and white nationalism because it represented the South during its fight to keep slavery. In his lyrics, he seemed to hide behind a wide-eyed naivete, as he's just a white man coming to you from the Southland. Cool J's verses are somehow even more egregious, comparing the Confederate flag with a do-rag.
If you don't judge my do-rag, I won't judge your red flag.
From that to implying society should just forget about slavery, pretty much everything on this track is offensive and should be considered an accidental release.
The past is the past, you feel me?
And I just want to make things right.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Sweet Lovin' Friends, Dolly Parton and Sylvester Stallone.
We're just sweet loving friends.
This is shocking, but yes, the same badass who lost to Creed and single-handedly refought the Vietnam War made this. The duet appeared on the soundtrack for the 1984 film Rhinestone, a movie that Stallone has stated was the only film he wishes he'd never made.
Well, you're my kind of woman, you just naturally flow.
And you're my kind of man, you're always raring to go.
The song feels like an attempt at tapping into the fun of a Loretta Lynn Conway Twitty duet, except there is little chemistry between Parton and Sly. There's little wonder this track was nominated for a Razzie for Worst Original Song in 1984.
You got just what it takes to take what I got.
Stallone didn't go home empty-handed though, as Sweet Lovin' Friends lost out to his other musical offering, Drinkenstein. The general consensus is that both Sweet Lovin' Friends and the movie Rhinestone itself never be mentioned again. Deal?
Just sweet loving friends.
Which duet do you think was the biggest letdown? Let us know in the comments below.
Would you hold it to me?
Did you enjoy this video? Check out these other clips from WatchMojo and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.